There was a time when I had absolutely nothing. No savings, no investments, and barely enough to cover the basics. I felt like the dream of becoming a millionaire was reserved for other people, not for someone like me. But I made a decision. I was going to change my story. What I discovered is that wealth isn't built overnight, and it doesn't come from luck. It comes from a roadmap, a series of steps that, when followed with patience and persistence, can turn zero into a million. Today I'll walk you through my exact journey, step by step, so you can see how ordinary choices can lead to extraordinary results. Step 1. Building the foundation. Mastering my mindset. The very first step wasn't about money at all, it was about mindset. For years, I lived with a scarcity mentality, constantly telling myself, I'll never have enough. But that way of thinking only kept me stuck. I had to flip the script. I started studying people who had already built wealth, reading their stories, listening to their advice, and repeating one powerful truth to myself. Money is a tool, not a master. When I believed I could control my financial future, my actions began to align with that belief. Without this shift in thinking, no plan would have worked. With it, every step became possible. Step 2. Creating stability, eliminating debt and building an emergency fund. Before I could grow wealth, I had to stop the financial leaks that were draining me dry. Debt was like a hole in my pocket. No matter how much I earned, it slipped away through interest payments. So I tackled my debt head-on. I built a bare-bones budget, cut unnecessary expenses, and poured every extra dollar into paying down what I owed. Then I built a small emergency fund, enough to cover a few months of expenses. That little cushion gave me peace of mind and protected me from falling back into debt when life threw surprises my way. Stability is the foundation of wealth. You can't build a mansion on quicksand. Step 3. Growing income, multiplying my earning power. With stability in place, I shifted my focus to income. Saving money alone wasn't enough to reach $1 million. I needed to increase what was coming in, so I looked for ways to multiply my earning power. I learned new skills, asked for raises, took on side hustles, and even started small entrepreneurial projects. Every dollar I earned beyond my basic needs became fuel for my wealth journey. It wasn't easy, there were long nights and weekends filled with work, but every extra stream of income added momentum. Slowly, my financial snowball began to grow larger and faster. Step 4. Investing wisely, making money work for me. The real turning point came when I learned the power of investing. Working for money could only take me so far. Eventually, my money had to start working for me. I started small, putting aside what I could into stocks, index funds, and later into real estate. At first, the growth was slow, almost invisible. But over time, compounding began to work its magic. What seemed like tiny seeds grew into thriving trees. Every year, my investments produced more income, which I reinvested, accelerating my growth even further. It was no longer just my effort pushing me forward. My money had joined the race. Step 5. Discipline, patience, and long-term vision. Here's the truth. The road to $1 million isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. The hardest part wasn't making money, it was staying disciplined when temptation came knocking. There were times I wanted to give up, times I was tempted to spend instead of invest, and times when progress felt painfully slow. But I reminded myself daily, wealth is built brick by brick, not in one giant leap. So I kept saving, kept investing, and kept working on myself. Years later, when I finally crossed that $1 million milestone, I realized something powerful. It wasn't just about the money, it was about the person I became on the journey. If you're starting at zero right now, don't be discouraged. I was there too, wondering if financial freedom was just a dream. But step by step, decision by decision, I built a roadmap that changed everything. You don't need to be born rich. You don't need a miracle. You just need the courage to begin, the patience to stay the course, and the vision to see what's possible. From $0 to $1 million, the journey is real, and it's waiting for you to take your first step today. If this roadmap inspired you, make sure to like this video, subscribe for more wealth building strategies, and share it with someone who's ready to start their financial journey. Together, let's build a community where financial freedom isn't just a dream, it's a destination we all reach.